it's Rick here. Well, I'll tell you, this is part 2 of getting the new used work van ready. So today I thought I'd pull the ladder racks off the top of this one, and let's see if we can get them painted and maybe even get them put on the other one. If I've got time, I also need to get the garden tractor out and get the mower deck off of it and get the snow blade on, because we're supposed to have a bunch of snow this winter. I hope we don't, but if we do, I want to be ready for that. So anyway, all right, show you more. Okay, well, we're actually gonna use this ladder. You look at this, that says Kelly's ladder. That's because my wife, if she doesn't put her name on it, she's afraid it'll wind up over at the barn or on a job site somewhere. So, but I'm using it today, but we won't tell her about that. So anyway, what we got to do is we got to take these brackets loose. And when I modified this ladder rack for this Ford van from the Chevrolet van, I had to shorten this up. So we're going to have to actually loosen this back up and make it wider to put on the GMC van. So anyway, I'm gonna get the ladder down off of here and we'll go from there. And it looks like we're gonna need, that's all metric, so I better go get some tools. Alright, let's get some tools here. And it's probably metric. There we go, there's 10. Alright. I can't remember exactly. I think you have to take this thing all the way off. It's only been a few years. A little bit rusty. Alright, let's go get that one over. One of them off. That didn't take long. Okay, well, I was wrong about these ladder racks. Apparently I had to make them wider for this Ford Econoline. So anyway, what that means is I've got to take this screw loose, and I already sprayed it with some penetrant oil. And of course, the only metric Allen wrench I got is all messed up. I've got a bunch of them over at the barn, but I don't want to drive over there, so I think we can get it. I wiggle this back and forth a little. There we go. So we're going to loosen this up, and then I've got it in the ridge over there. I'm going to slide this in. Loosen it up a little more. There. I don't know what it looks like over there, but that's about where I want it here. Let's flip this around and do this back one. Now once I get these fitted and tightened down where I want them, not clamped on, but just yeah, this one was loose. Once I get them to where I want them, I'm going to take them down off here and scuff them up a little bit, and we're going to paint them black. Got my handy little vice grips on here to make this handle long enough for a little more leverage. Okay, let's look at the other side here. Get this one tightened up. Now let's go look at the other side and make sure, because we want it to sit down in this little groove, and then that clamp goes over this part. So let's go see how the other side looks. Take Kelly's ladder. She still hasn't seen that I'm using it. See. Oh yeah, see, kind of scratched my paint up a little bit, but yeah. It's down in there, and so is that other one down there. If you look down there, that other one's sitting right in that gutter. So that's what we want. So okay, so now I'm going to pull them down off of here and scuff them up, and let's get them painted. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of this sandpaper here and I'm going to scuff these up a little bit there, because that one's kind of rusty. These ain't too bad. Not that they weren't originally painted. They had this anodized coating on them, but you know, it rusted. So I'm going to take a little sandpaper. Then I'm going to just lay them on here and set this over on the ground. And then we'll scuff up these things here. And we're going to use a little rattle can on them. You know, a little foo-foo can, whatever, rattle can, whatever you call it. So get some nice rattle can black. It'll just keep them from rusting any worse than what they already are. That's all I'm worried about. Okay, we got this sanded up all, you know, these rough spots a little bit. And we're going to do a little painting on here. I got these all sanded down, and you know, got a nice leaf in here. That'll make a nice design on that wet paint when that blows on there. And we're using a real high quality rattle can. Got this out at Home Depot for 97 cents a can. You know, only the quality and the best for this job. So we want that to, you know, we're going to use some good old foo-foo can here. We want it to, you know, we want it to look good. So we're going to shake this up. Maybe if we can get the lid off. There we go. Whoops. Oh yeah, quality paint can there. The knob came right off of that one for the sprayer. Nice. Okay. So, back on there, let's get this shook up good. Alright, we'll get a little of this sprayed on here. See what happens. Get about 2 or 3 thin coats on this, and then we'll let it dry. Or later. Alright, we got that. Got about 3 light coats on there. Don't look too bad. It's not professional, but I'm not looking for that. If I was doing this for somebody else or for a client, I'd have took it over to the shop and primed them and painted them with a paint gun and done the right thing. But you know what? This good old quick color from Home Depot, 97 cents. It'll be just fine. Alright, when them get dry, we'll get them put on. Better say hi to Gunner and Tallulah. Alright, so while we're waiting on the paint to dry, we're going to go get the Christmas decorations down and get them put up on the front of the house. Get up here in this attic. What better thing to put out in a 1950s house than some vintage 1950s outdoor candles? So we're going to get these candles put out there and get them all set up. I did change out the big 60 watt bulbs, and I've got these little 3 watt long life LEDs. LEDs. So that way they're not pulling a lot of amps on these old fixtures. And then we got to get St. Nick down here, of course, and get him put up too. So, alright, more later. Okay, the halls are officially decked here at the 1954 built home. I just love these candles. These vintage looking bulbs that even flicker. So they're pretty cool. Anyway, so Merry Christmas, everybody. Alright, it's been about an hour or so. Hey, here comes the car. Let's see if they stop. Hey, they did. Alright. But this is not the stop sign video. So, anyway, I digress. So, anyway, they're looking kind of dry, so let's get them put up on the cab over there. Or on top of the cab, or whatever you want to say. I'm actually going to set the camera down. Kind of see what's going on here, maybe. And then we'll put the other one up over here on the front. Take one of these jukers here and put up here. Like that. And like this. Just not going to snug those up till we get them all put on there. Alright, so we got them up on there, got the brackets on. Now I'm just going to tighten them down. And if I remember right, the last time I put these on, I had to go by about a day later or so after I drove it a little bit and make sure these were tight, because we're going to torque them down obviously to about a 1 grunt, but you know, vibration can make them come loose again. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do. Okay. And there is how I rake my leaves. Not exactly what this neighborhood probably prefers, but that's how I do it. Alright, now I'm going to get that mower deck off there and get the snow blade on. Alright, now we just got to get this hooked up on here and gets the hydraulic lines hooked up. Okay, well, there it is. It's real simple to put on. It's just a quick hitch. Hooks in down here. Pop these in. Hook up the 4 hydraulic lines. And we're good to go. Now, I just hope that we really don't have a lot of snow this winter. Alright, well, I will show you more when I get the rest of the shelves put in the work van. Okay, well, Rick here again. I wanted to take some time and talk about Spot here. His surgery went successful. You know, he's got a little bandage on here for a little while yet, and he's having to wear the cone so that you know, so he don't move around here and lick on the wounds. But once he gets healed up, well, we'll take the cone off, and looks like he'll be good for another 100,000 miles. But anyway, kind of wanted to touch base on that. We didn't have to put him down. They were able to save him. So anyway, on with more important stuff, I guess, or maybe not so important. So we got the new used work van over here at the shop, and I wanted to get the cabinets in here. I got the one cabinet out of the other van, and I've got it sitting in here, and I think I'm going to leave it set up. This is the way it was before in the other van, but I think I'm going to take this shelf off up here, and I'm actually going to move it to the other side, so that I've got a section that I can have shelves on from the driver's side, and then I'm going to have this shelving area back here. And then I don't think I'm going to put that other one in the other van. There's a shelf that runs all the way down through here, and I think I'm just going to leave that one in there. I don't think I'm going to take that one out, because I've got this heater over here system which takes up some room, and I was thinking about taking that out, but it's already come in handy. When we were working outside, it really helps keep this fan warm, so I think I'm going to leave that in. And I've got enough toolboxes and stuff. I can add another shelf. Let me walk over here and show you. If I raise this shelf up one and then lower this shelf down, that's going to give me some more shelf space, and then it would actually be over here on this side, so I can access it from the driver's side, because this van has more doors than the other one did. And then that'll leave me an area here where I can slide my electric toolboxes in, where I keep all my supplies for the electric work I do, and so that'll be nice. And still have the cargo space back here to put my sheets of plywood or drywall or stuff like that in, out of the weather. So that's the problem I run into with that other van. That Ford van's not quite as tall as this one, and so you have to kind of angle sheets in at an angle, and it's kind of handy. So So anyway, I am going to work on taking this cabinet apart here and get them mounted to the floor, and I'll put some braces up here at the top, probably back over there by that pillar, and tie that in so that it's sturdy. All right, tell you more later. Okay, well, we got them all mounted in here. I'm going to show you how I did it here in a second. Only broke 2 drill bits, so that's pretty good for me anyway. So what I did was we drilled the holes on the brackets through to the floor. On the ones that I could, I'm just going to, while I'm talking, put this on here, maybe. And then I put a lock and a flat, and then I'm going to double nut these because I don't have any nylon castle nuts or anything. So we got mounts over here, and then I mounted them to the side posts up here too, so on both sides. I don't know if you can see the other side from here, but it's mounted to that side post as well. So alright, so I'll show you underneath what we got going on. Had to be kind of careful because, and this may be so dark down here you can't see, I don't know. Like there's one of the bolts right there. So put a flat under that, we drilled it. But then you couldn't put the next one over because the fuel lines and tank are all in the way. So, with that being said, thank goodness that this November day, or December day, got a little warmer. I had to replace the flag too. We had a pretty bad windstorm the other day. It tore up my flag, so got a new flag over here at the barn. And let's see here. Finish up tightening up this last bolt so I can get it to start and get squared on here like it's supposed to be. And of course it's not wanting to. Well, I guess we won't put that one on there because it didn't want to go on there. Anyway, I had way less bolts, and I used self-tapping ones on the last boxes I mounted. But there had been a time when they all came loose, or some of the bolts had come loose, so decided I'd try something different. Okay, so yeah, they're all in here now. I worked on this cabinet here so it would open and close better. And yes, I got less cabinets. But I think by the time I put my toolboxes in, like I talked about, my electrical boxes will set up there. All my home inspection equipment will go on this one. And then all the plumbing tools and things like that will go in here. I probably just won't carry as many parts. That other van's all full of parts. And to be honest with you, it seems like I never had the right part anyway. So what I'm going to do is organize my area over here a little bit better. And I'll get my working stock put out on some shelves over here, and then I can just swing by the barn and pick them up. So we're going to try that. Alright, well, thanks for watching. We'll have old Onyx on the road here pretty shortly. I'm going to run back home, and after I put everything up here and load all the tools in it, and we'll be ready to go. So If I don't do any more filming before Christmas, you all have a Merry Christmas. Bye. Run, Tallulah, run! Hi, baby.